We start today in Puerto Rico, where air and marine agents found 475 pounds of cocaine concealed inside of a vessel worth an estimated street value of $4.3 million. Now, 3 men were arrested as a result, and Francis Felix has the details for us today.
U.S. Customs and Borders Protection Air and Marine Operations found 475 pounds of cocaine in a vessel being removed from water in Las Croabas, Fajardo. Marine interdiction agents conducted a land patrol at Las Croabas public boat ramp in Fajardo, Puerto Rico.
Actually, on May 8th, on this past Sunday, Marine interdiction agents with U.S. Customs and Border Protection were inspecting vessels at the Las Croabas dock. A vessel that was actually being pulled out of the water. The agents basically approached the 3 individuals that were taking the boat out of the water. Out of the interviews with the individuals in the boat, one of the individuals admitted to be illegally in the United States. He's a citizen of the Dominican Republic. The captain is a U.S. citizen. It's important for your viewers to understand that small vessels coming in back and forth from the United States Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico have to report their entry with U.S. Customs and Border Protection on their way in. Basically, that made the agents understand that there was something suspicious with the boat. That's why we requested from the Puerto Rico Police Department a canine unit, and the canine was able to detect a smell that they're actually used to detect. An inspection of the boat produced 202 bricks of cocaine hidden inside a compartment in the center console of the boat. Then we were able to seize and field test the powdery substance of these bricks, which was found to be cocaine. The total weight was 215 kilos, which is 475 pounds. The estimated value in the market is about $4.3 million.
What is the process now with those?
Well, they're actually the controlled substance, and the 3 individuals were transferred to the custody of Homeland Security Investigations for prosecution and investigation. Actually, the eastern part of the Puerto Rico, we regularly see incidents like this. For example, about a week ago, we were able to seize a significant amount of narcotics from a vessel leaving Vieques. And in the past, we've been able to seize narcotics in different instances around the Fajardo and Humacao area.
Air Marine Operations have approximately 1,800 federal agents and mission support personnel, 240 aircraft, and 300 marine vessels operating in the United States, Puerto Rico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands, within the nation conducting missions in the air and maritime environments. Reporting from Puerto Rico, Francis Felix.
All right, thanks so much, Francis. In the meantime, over the weekend, U.S. Border Patrol agents seized 60 Haitian migrants on board a makeshift Yola after disembarking in Cabo Rojo, Puerto Rico. Saturday, Border Patrol agents spotted a makeshift Yola-type vessel making its way into Combat Beach. After approaching the boat, agents encountered 60 non-citizens claiming to be from Haiti, 2 of which were juveniles. They have all since been transported to the Ramy Station for immigration processing and removal. In St. Kitts and Nevis, Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris has fired 6 of his ministers, including Deputy Prime Minister Sean Richards and Premier of Nevis Mark Brantley. He also took the country closer to a general election on Tuesday, asking Governor General Samuel Seaton to dissolve Parliament with immediate effect. That's after carrying out those firings. Harris made the moves during a split in his Team Unity administration that saw a no-confidence motion filed against him by 6 members of the coalition government, including Richards, the leader of the People's Action Movement, and Brantley, who heads the Concerned Citizens Movement. The 6 legislatures had also written to Governor General last month asking that Harris be removed as Prime Minister because he no longer had majority support. Harris said since then several ministers had not attended cabinet meetings, and they have therefore been replaced by those willing to do the job.
The Honorable Mark Brantley, the Honorable Lindsey Grant, the Honorable John L. Powell, the Honorable Alexis Jeffers, the Honorable Eric Evelyn have been stripped of their appointments as ministers of government. As I stated earlier, government must continue to function in the interests of the people. As such, I have advised the Governor General to reassign the portfolios of those members of Parliament that have been removed.
In sidestepping the attempts to remove him, Prime Minister Harris announced the plan to send citizens to the polls.
I have confidence in the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, and I strongly believe in their right to choose their representatives in free and fair general elections. The time for decision-making is at hand. Accordingly, I have asked the Governor-General to dissolve the Parliament of St. Kitts and Nevis, effective today, May 10, 2022. I will advise you when general elections will be held.
Well, switching gears now, we're talking about the most common cancers in the U.S. caused by something like our hot Caribbean sun. But you can't help lower your risk of ever getting skin cancer by protecting your skin from the sun. However, sunscreen can't help if it's not properly put on. Today, our One Caribbean News' Emily Matson has some details of the most common sunscreen mistakes.
As the hot Caribbean sun shines down, don't get burned by a lack of sun protection.
If you use sunscreen on a daily basis, an SPF of just 15, you can actually decrease your risk of squamous cell carcinoma, a type of skin cancer, by almost 40%.
Dr. Susan Masick, a dermatologist at The Ohio State University's Wexner Medical Center, says the biggest sunscreen mistake people make is not using any.
They assume they don't need it. They assume that they're just going to be outside for a short period of time.
Masick says sunscreen should be a daily routine. Whether it's sunny or cloudy, use a wide, broad-spectrum UVA and UVB protective sunscreen of at least 25 to 30 SPF for everyday use, or at least 50 SPF when outdoors for a long time.
You have to apply about a half hour before you head out the doors. You want to reapply every 2 to 3 hours because after some period of time, it's not as protective as it once was when you first apply it.
Remember to hit the often forgotten areas like the tops of feet, hands, and the exposed areas of the chest and neck. Also, don't forget to check the expiration date.
The good rule of thumb is that each spring, just buy a whole new set of sunscreens, have them in your car, have them in your beach bag, have them by the door, so you're always going to be applying them consistently.
Masick says mineral sunblocks provide a good deal of sun protection, but chemical sunscreens blend in more easily. She says either are good to use as long as there's UVA and UVB protection. But a reminder of many sunscreen laws in several Caribbean islands in order to protect the marine ecosystem. Topical sunscreen products containing oxybenzone, octocrylene, and oxynoxate are banned for sale or use. Emily Matson, One Caribbean News.
All right, thanks, Emily. Now, don't count on only sunscreen for sun protection. Wide-brimmed hats, protective clothing, and sunglasses can also help lower your risk of exposure as well.